I'm with you, one of my favourite players. I really want him to win a tournament, be it the World Championship, you never know.
So that's got a little bit of spice then?
Yeah, we like a bit of that, yeah.
He's just got this sort of arrogance around the table, hasn't he?
He's just annoying, isn't he?
He is very annoying. Strange, such a great player, is an unknown quantity.
I just love watching him play, talk about talent.
Oh please Ronnie, please win the 8th. Okay, I'm here with 12 times world champion and an expert pundit now, in your own right, so who better to go through the new World Championship draw for 2023, which starts tomorrow.
Yeah, exciting.
Let's go through the draw, shall we? I mean, it's quite, there's some interesting matches. I mean, if we go, obviously, defending champion Ronnie OSullivan is playing Pang Junhui.
Yeah.
I've not seen a lot of Junhui. Have you played him, or?
I don't think I've played him, but I think he's a great player, great prospect. And I was actually in the academy practicing one day with Chris, and he was on the next table and he just had a really good win, and Chris went, "Oh, well done." I like what he said, because he went, "Don't worry about me."
Really?
So
okay,
I like
so he's
his
got
attitude.
okay, but I mean, against Ronnie, day
it's
one,
different, yeah. You got Ronnie
Saturday morning
at the Crucible.
Yeah,
it's a different prospect, but yeah, you got to fancy Ronnie, but he's not going to have all his own way, I don't think.
The match underneath that, who Ronnie would play if Ronnie won, plays a winner, would be Ding Junhui Hossein Vafai. Tough match, isn't it?
That was one of the pick of the round, wasn't it? It was like that list could go either way. I mean, Ding's back to form, but Hossein, he's such a high quality player and he's consistent.
And he loves the big stage.
That's what I was going to say. He just loves performing out there, doesn't he? So, yeah.
I mean, obviously, if Ronnie and Ding won, it'd be a tremendous second round. The thing that worries me about Ding, I don't know if you agree, I think, is his long game good enough for 17 days at the World Championship? He doesn't pot, for me, enough long pots. He
goes missing every now and again, doesn't he? And over that period, you can only do it for a few frames, not like half a match or something.
Right.
But yeah, I think early days, if he gets past Hossein, him and Ronnie's going to be
it could be a fantastic second
round. It's like
round.
a final, isn't it?
This is a tough one for me to Luca Brissell, Ricky Walden.
I've got to go Walden.
Right.
Yeah, I just think match fit, playing really good stuff. Brissell doesn't really perform at the Crucible.
Right, that's true, yeah.
But
I know all these players that have come through the qualifiers, as you say, match fit, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's not like best of 11s, best of 9s. They've actually played best of 19s as well. So the double sessions and things like that. 1-2 days. Yeah, I fancy Walden.
And Ricky's been to a semi-final before, so he's got previous there. Mark Williams, Jimmy Robertson. I'm interested to see how Mark plays at this World Championship, because obviously last year he was brilliant.
He's just annoying, isn't he?
He is very annoying. And I know him better than you. Believe me, he's very annoying.
It's just his attitude. He's like, oh, I just want to be like that. He cares, but it doesn't really matter if he misses a ball. He just gets on with it. But
yeah, he's different. And I think last year with the amazing thing, because Jackson Page, he played someone who's his mate. And I was with them the night. I was with them the night before, and I wanted to say to Jackson, "Get away from him, get away!" But like
he's like reeling him in, wasn't he? He's like, I know what I'm doing.
There's no one like him. But we expect Mark Williams to beat Jimmy Robertson.
It's hard because he hasn't had the best season, but yeah, I still think he'll come through.
Judd Trump against Anthony McGill. Now I think this could be a sticky one for Judd Trump.
Yeah, as you say, he's not been playing great. I think he's been on holiday as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been on holiday. Not the preparation I would have done in my day, but everyone's different.
Exactly, but yeah, McGill is just so consistent. He loves playing at the Crucible.
Loves it.
He was so unlucky against Kyren that year. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go McGill. Watching
Judd through the season, he's missed more pressure shots this season than I've ever seen him miss, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the draws he probably didn't want. Anthony McGill.
I'd say he's just rock solid. Nothing changes. He can score like 70, 80 without even looking uncomfortable out there. As I say, I think he likes the venue, he likes the format, and I just think Judd has just shown a little bit of vulnerability this season every now and again. I mean, he's played some fantastic stuff as well, but just hit and miss at the moment, and he'd be looking to have a good Worlds, wouldn't he?
Now, next draw, well, one of my favourite players to watch, Jack Lisowski. Very tough draw, Noppon Sankam.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. One of my favourite players, great guy. I really want him to win a tournament, be it the World Championship, you never know.
Great one to start with.
Exactly, yeah. You can only go down from there. Yeah. I'd love him to win, but he's got a tough draw. Noppon is so consistent. And again, his long potting gets him in all the time. Yeah,
Jack's going to have to be at his best. Robert Milkins, Joe Perry.
Well,
I mean, how well has Robert Milkins done this season? I mean, when they turned into the top 16, over to that huge, was it 230 grand he won for that bonus? Unbelievable season.
From the season before, where he was virtually off tour, having a few problems, and his season just changed. And I just love watching him play. Talk about talent.
Yeah.
Oh, he just aim and point, hit, isn't it? It's just ridiculous.
Would it arguably be a draw that both players will fancy?
I think looking at the draw and the names in the draw, I mean, there's no easy matches, but I think they would both be pretty happy with that draw.
Yeah. The last one of this half of the draw, Shaun Murphy, Si Junhui.
Well, we all know the controversy in that match.
This is a guy that he said was an amateur. Oh, wow. Oh, so that's got a little bit of spice then.
Yeah, we like a bit of that, yeah. No, great prospect, great talent. Again, see him practicing in the academies, puts the work in.
Shaun's been in great form recently, hasn't he?
Is my pick, I think, Shaun.
Really?
I know you can't really go on form, but I just think he's played so well when he has won.
Yeah.
He hasn't like fell over the line or anything like that. So for me, I'm going to go for Shaun.
Just in case anyone doesn't know, Shaun lost to this player in the UK Championship a couple of years ago, and then had a moan that because he was an amateur, they got a wild card to the tournament. He shouldn't be in the tournament. So that's the backstory for that match. But I think Shaun Murphy will win. I think when he's this confident, he's just got this sort of arrogance around the table, hasn't he? And I think he's scoring so heavily. And that's the biggest attribute you can have, isn't it?
Well, when you're sat in your chair, that's what scares players the most. If you're scraping over the line, winning matches and frames, they think, well, we haven't played that well to beat me.
Yeah.
But this season he's played so well. He's like flew over the line. He's like raced over the line. Yeah, for me, he's the player of the season.
Mark Allen Fan Zheng Yi.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to go Mark's way totally.
Right.
Again, at the start of the season, player of the season, but he was struggling. He's changed something in his game. He becomes a lot slower and a little bit more negative.
But it's hard to criticise someone who's won so much this season, because you can't criticise anyone that's lifting trophies. But yeah, it just seems to have maybe gone, for me, a little bit too far the other way. There's some shots that, for me, seem quite obvious. He's taking quite a bit of time over, and for me, he's lost that little bit of rhythm. But again, how can you criticise someone who's won what he's won this year? But you think that's a tough match for him?
Fan obviously has won an event. Okay, he's a debutant at the Crucible. It's a different at the Crucible, isn't it? Different arena. Not many players actually like playing there, do they?
Yeah.
But things don't seem to faze him. So I'm thinking maybe that's with the tournament win behind him as well. Interesting
what Mark said in the Tour Championship, that he'd lost early. He didn't say in so many words of blessing disguise, but he can now concentrate in the Crucible. I think he's really got an eye out, so it'll be really interesting to see how Mark performs. Next match, Stuart Bingham, David Gilbert. Another tough one to call, isn't it?
Yeah, again, I think I might have to go Gilbert because he's come through the qualifiers.
Right.
Stuart's a great player, obviously, but yeah, I'm just going to go for Gilbert on that one.
Ali Carter, Jack Jones. Someone else, Ali Carter, having a great season.
Yeah. He's come back to life, hasn't he? He's like rejuvenated his career. Basically, he was on about quitting last year, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I actually played him for the first time, and I just realised his cue action.
Yeah. He's a ball striker, isn't he?
He's the best for me.
Yeah.
He's like sweet as. It's like, you never notice watching on TV or anything like that, but when you're up close watching, I think he's different class. And Jack's a hard player to play against because he's methodical. He takes his time, he doesn't change anything. And Carter likes to get on with it, doesn't he? It's a bit of a match-up, that one. Yeah, and Ali Carter also got good memories of the Crucible. Yeah. Now, Neil Robertson, who has probably strained such a great player, is an unknown quantity, isn't he? He's playing Wu Yiza. Who knows how Neil Robertson's going to play this year? Because he's done nothing all season. I think for a top player, he's the most unpredictable for me to pick at the Crucible. He's said so many times he hates playing there because he likes a big walk into the shot, so if he's not on the one table set up, he hasn't got no room. But again, he's won it, but I'm surprised he hasn't won it like 3 times. He should have won it more. For me, the last sort of 2-3 years, he's come into it almost his favourite because of how well he's played. This year, for me, the fact that he's coming in with no form may take a bit of pressure off him. I don't know. He may have no pressure at all on him. It's working both ways, can't it? But never say never with the top 4 or 5 players because they're just that good. I think a lot is going to depend on when you get through that first round, isn't it? The first round's obviously they all say. I mean, for me, I didn't mind the first round. When people talk about being, just want to get through the first round, I know the draws are tougher these days, but I think you just get in there and win it. Yeah. Wu Yiza, he great talent. He doesn't look bothered about anything when he's playing. That's what I've noticed about him. Okay, young, and you just want to go out there and play. But I thought you played fantastic in the qualifiers.
And Kyren Wilson against Ryan Day.
I think Kyren might win that quite easy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the comments that Ryan was saying after the qualifiers, saying he doesn't feel great although he's winning, etc. And Kyren will do anything. He's like a Selby, isn't he? He'll do anything to stay on that table and win. Yeah, and that's what I love about Kyren.
And he was so impressive in the Tour Championship. Yeah. And his scoring, again, we talked earlier about Murphy, great attribute to have. Yeah. John Higgins against David Grace. Now, Alan McManus was telling me that apparently John Higgins is flying in practice. Right. And he won the Championship League, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago, when he beat everyone. So another unknown quantity probably coming in with great pedigree. I
mean, he's probably one of the best players ever to play at the Crucible. He's won it several times. He's got to the final several times. It's like, he's like ridiculously good, isn't he? Yeah. But as I say, you can never write these players off, although it wouldn't be one of the names I'd pick to win it. Yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me if he won it.
Exactly, I totally agree. And because I think the thing with John is he has the odd really bad performance in him that you think, where did that come from? But at his best, I mean, he beats everyone.
He's unplayable. Yeah, really at his best. He's clever. He's break building. Everything about him is first class and a great guy as well. But I just think maybe coming into this a bit like Neil, you've got nothing to lose. People don't expect much from him. You never know, it could be a Higginson-Robertson final. Higgins, sorry.
Gary Wilson against Elliot Schlesser.
What a bad draw for those guys. Best mates, aren't they?
Are they really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course, because they're both from the northeast, aren't they? Do they practice together and everything?
They're playing
that's a nightmare. That is a nightmare.
Same club, everything.
So they're probably just, one's going to come in during the day, another one's going to practice at night to stay apart.
Like walking with a cap, the sunglasses on and walk out. But yeah, what a bad draw.
It'd be interesting to see, because obviously you sit so close, whether they chat or anything between, or whether they like stay completely focused.
Yeah, that's probably one I want to watch actually, to see what goes on, if there's a bit of needle.
Who do you fancy for that one?
I've got to say Gary.
Gary, I think so. And the last one, good friend of mine, Matthew Selt against Mark Selby. Mark Selby coming back, maybe not his absolute best, but coming back to form.
He doesn't need to be at his best, does he, to win I think he won the Worlds playing his C game a few years ago. Again, you have to scrape him off the table. He never knows when he's beat, and until that match ball's potted, you never know. But I think it could be a long game. Could be
one for the purists.
Yes.
Could be a lot of excellent tactical play.
You'll be in the commentary box.
Hopefully I'm not in the comms for the first 9 frames. But no, I think it'll be a very high standard, but I think it'll be great tactical play. Interesting to, obviously, I'll ask you who your actual pick. You've said Sean, but if Ronnie and Mark go through their draws, they meet in the final. Yeah. I think possibly if they play 10 finals, Mark wins 6 and Ronnie wins 4, because I don't think Ronnie likes playing Mark over long matches.
No, it's weird because you can match up certain players. Say if you've got like Higgins against, I don't know, Williams to play Ronnie in the final. Yeah. You say if one got through, Ronnie could win quite easy. Yes. But if the other one got through, you think, oh, it'd be a closer match. Yeah. It's weird how it sort of balances itself out. But yeah, I think I agree. I think Mark will come on top.
I think Ronnie's going to win it. That's my opinion. I think he's going to be bang up for winning the 8th. What an incentive. he won't admit it, but what an incentive. Again, he's not coming into the championship with any great form, is he? No. But I just think that doesn't matter for Ronnie. He's different. He doesn't need good or bad form behind him to play well. Although a caveat to that, I will say that when he played in the Tour Championship last year, lost to Neil Robertson in the final, I said to Ronnie, I think you'll win the World Championship because you're playing so well. Yeah. And he said, really? I said, absolutely. So again, strange to say, but an unknown quantity.
Yeah. Are you just trying to jinx him? Is that what you're trying to do?
Double jinx. Yeah, trying to balk him. Yeah, but no, I do fancy him to win it. I don't see any other of the top players coming through either with form good enough to stop him. So who you say Sean Murphy's your pick?
Just on form and the way he's won the events, and he just seems confident. Right. He's just oozing the confidence at the minute. But I just think Murphy. I'd love Jack to win it. Yeah. And obviously, if Ronnie wins, is another record, isn't it? Sorry, right. But yeah. But as you say, Ronnie, you never know what you're going to get, do you, during matches, let alone tournaments. So no, I was just looking forward to it all.
Thanks very much for your input and expertise there, guys. It all kicks off tomorrow, 10 a.m. Ronnie OSullivan, defending champion, and will he win the 8th? Oh, please, Ronnie, please win the 8th.